Don't care how, we want it now. We want homeschool to work for us, and we want it right now. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shanna, and if you are new here, we're a homeschooling family of 4. We are in our 9th year of homeschooling, and today I want to talk with you about homeschool immediacy, something that I am incredibly guilty of. Before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Allow me to set the scene. Personal experiences are weighing heavily into this make-believe scenario. You hear about something in your homeschool journey and it sounds amazing and you want to use it. And you hear about a language program. And you hear about an English program, and then you hear about a literature, and you hear about a math, and you hear about an art, and also an art history, and you start to get excited. And with curriculum season coming, watch yourself on this one, you start to acquire supplies and things and everything that you're going to need to institute this idealized version of your homeschool and your homeschool day because it looks amazing and it looks like your kids would love it. But in actual use and in actual practice, you find out that it is way too much. And so I know that I am guilty of suffering the need, the pressure, the intensity that comes along with homeschool immediacy because we want to do it all. And we want to do it right now because it looks fun and it looks new and it's exciting and it's bright and it's colorful. And somebody else told me it worked really well for them. And somebody else told me they loved it so much. And somebody else told me it kept their kids entertained for like 4 hours. And why can't we just do it all? Why can't we just do it all? I am so guilty of overthinking it, of overbuying it, and of over-planning it. And the reason that we do that is that we want to be successful. We want to give our kids the benefit of everything that we can find. We want to give them the best of the best. We want to do our best job for them, but we also want them to love it and never feel like they were schooled in any sense of the word. It all needs to be enjoyable and easy and fun and meet them right where they are. Because we want to see the results of homeschool right now. We are guilty of wanting instant results. And that is simply not how homeschool works. It is certainly not how learning works, and it is not how children or genuinely anything works. It works in the sense of planting a seed. And I've talked about this a lot of times. You have to plant the seed, then you water it, and you trust that what you can't see is doing its job. The little tiny bud is breaking through the crust of the shell, and it's not something that you're going to be able to appreciate until a lot of metamorphosis has happened. But we still feel the need to put the pressure on ourselves from homeschool immediacy. We want results. We want to be able to say, see, look, we've done this thing. See, look, we have this proof. See, look, we can justify our existence and our effort and our cost and our expense and the changes and the naysayers. We want to be able to say, we went from point A to point B, we got there, we've made the journey, we've found success, and that is simply not how it works. Yeah, sometimes you might get lucky. It might be a task on sculpting something out of clay. You're trying to sculpt an owl out of clay. At the end of the day, it's very likely you're going to have something that closely resembles an owl or remotely resembles an owl. And that is a thing that you can go A to B, instant results. And that's really great for you. But that's not how it works in math. And that's not how it works in language arts. And that's not how it works in learning as a whole. So I want to remind you that it's very easy to fall into the trap of homeschool immediacy, wanting it all, wanting to do it all, getting excited, wanting to do the best, wanting to do the fun stuff, wanting to do as much as you possibly can, and wanting that outcome to be immediate and fun and entertaining. But that's not how it works. And as we are approaching both the burnout season that we are deep and heavy in, but approaching curriculum review season and curriculum acquisition season and the end of the year, please remember that, a few aha moments in math, those are really, really valuable. Okay. And progress is what we are focusing on, not output, not product. Okay. We are working on moving forward, one step in front of the other. We do not need to build Rome in a day. We have to trust that laying the blocks slow and steady is going to serve us and serve us well. I'm not saying quit. I'm not saying abandon ship. I'm not saying stick with something that isn't working for you. But what I am saying is, like, let's just pump the brakes on our own expectations, our own, for lack of a better term, the way that I describe it, my own crazy. I tend to get really excited, really intense, and I recognize for myself that I need to pump the brakes on me. I need to pump the brakes on my expectations. I need to pump the brakes on the capacity that for some reason I am convinced we all have, where there are maybe, 34 hours in a day, and that my kids can maintain attention for far longer than is developmentally appropriate. Or that because I will find it interesting and it's something that speaks to me in the way that is going to resonate for me and my learning, that then therefore translates for my learner. And those are almost always diametrically opposed. So I just want to come here and offer you just a little bit of hand-holding, a little bit of what I'm going to call a gentle reminder that the homeschool immediacy, the pressure that you feel, one, is often very self-inflicted. It's not coming from your learner. And two, isn't the way that this works. Okay. So there are not, public school teachers who expect to say something once and then the kids get it and it's great. There are not public school teachers who keep their methods and their approaches the same year in and year out, despite new experiences and new evidence and a new set of kids and a new bit of training in their pocket. It is perfectly reasonable to expect that this entire education process, the entire homeschool process, the entire point of your homeschool is that it's going to be an evolution, and evolution happens slowly. Yep, you can chop off a leg and then you have a three-legged toad. But if it is meant to be that way in good time, it will evolve that way and maybe not threaten the life of the toad. And that was the weirdest possible place that my brain could have went quickly in the filming of this video, but that's where we went. So welcome to the inner dialogue that goes on in my brain and then comes right out of my mouth. I feel like that one maybe should have pumped the brakes on that one. But here we are. Guys, I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down and hit the big red subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. While you're down there, you can find me down in the comments or over on Instagram. I just want to remind you that homeschool immediacy is almost never a real and genuine thing, but just like Veruca saw, we feel it, we want it now, we want to be able to say that's why that thing cost $300, we want to be able to say that's why I've poured in 3 hours a day for the last month, but that just isn't how it works. This process is slow, but good things take time. Okay, the education is going to take time. Your kid's development is going to take time. Your ability to do all of these things, it's going to take some time. So let go of the often unjustified pressures of that homeschool immediate need that you are putting on yourself and building up on the internal dialogue, and just let it be what it's going to be. And that will give you a sense of calm. It will give you a sense to show up in the present, to meet everybody right where they are if you're not constantly focusing on where you aren't or where you'd rather be. Show up in the here and now, meet them where they are, and trust that your plans and your processes and the bricks that you are laying are doing the thing below the surface, the bits that you can't see, and know that it will be coming to you. And again, not saying don't do anything, not saying don't try, not saying don't check in, not saying don't have benchmarks. I'm just saying keep it realistic, keep it on track, keep it reasonable, keep it developmentally sound, and keep your head in the game.